Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Bariatrics and Tips. I am Michelle Geeson, your hostess with the mostest. Thank you for joining me on Sunday for Crockpot Cray Cray Chicken, where we're making my Mediterranean crockpot chicken. I'm so excited to show you this recipe. It's one of my favorite ones. And I've got some special treats for you today because yes, I'm hands-free, but actually today, instead of manning the camera by myself, I've got my daughter Maya manning the camera. Say hi, Maya.
Hi.
Oh, she's very enthused, I know, but she's also making money, so whatever. So anyways, I'm not gonna be able to see the comments that you place, but I'm wondering if I can actually go and watch this live as I do it. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. But if I can't, it's okay too. You know, one of the things we all have in common is that we either have all had weight loss surgery or we're gearing up to have weight loss surgery. But even if that doesn't fit the bill, even if you're striving for overall health and wellness, even if you just want to be good to your body, or if you're trying to combat diabetes, you are in the right place because Bariatrics and Tips is for everyone, and you can certainly feel free to invite all your friends and family and Facebook acquaintances to see and take advantage of everything that Bariatrics and Tips has for you. You know, my journey started almost 7 years ago with gastric bypass surgery. I have managed to lose and to keep off 130 pounds. And I had to change my mindset as well as my diet. And the main thing that I realized was that I didn't want to have to walk the face of this earth wishing that I could have this or that. I was sick and tired of people asking me if I could have this or that. Should you have this or that? And frankly, I was getting a little ticked off. So what I did was I took back control. I made a decision to never feel deprived. I made a decision to be able to allow myself to have whatever I want as long as I was prepared to suffer the consequences, whether they're good or bad. And once I gave myself back the control, I became successful. And being in the kitchen and being at the grocery store is all about being inspired and endless possibilities and having fun. It doesn't have to be a death sentence to live again through bariatric surgery, and it's not. It's far from it. It is so empowering to be in the kitchen or to be at the grocery store and be able to make something that's tried and true or something new that your family absolutely loves. And not only that, for you to be able to nourish your body with vegetables and lean protein and low carbs is just really the gift that's going to sustain your whole life through. So that is what I am all about. That's what I want to show you today. You're going to be able to live large, cook small, and find flavor in everything that you do. And with that being said, we're gonna come over here to our Mediterranean crockpot chicken. If you like that salty, briny, savory flavorfulness that Mediterranean cuisine provides, you are gonna love this dish. It tastes great the day you make it, and I will tell you firsthand that it tastes even better the second day around. All right, so I know that normally I bring you on a field trip, but instead of me coming to you, you're gonna come to me. So Maya, why don't you come around? Thank you so much. We have practiced this today and we will get the kinks rolled out soon, but Maya knows exactly what she's doing because she's a teenager with a cell phone, so what else could go wrong, right? So let me give you a sneak peek at our delicious meal. Here is our crockpot chicken, Mediterranean chicken. I am gonna make sure that you have this recipe. All right, thank you, Miss Maya. So you're gonna have a couple recipes today. At 3 o'clock, you are gonna have our Mediterranean crockpot chicken. And then at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, you are gonna have a couple of bonus recipes. And the reason why I gave you these bonus recipes is because in the preparation for this, some of these ingredients you may not necessarily have in your fridge or cupboard, but they are not super expensive, but they do cost money, and I want you to be able to get your money's worth. So a lot of times I like to repurpose the ingredients just to make sure that I don't waste. It is so nerve-wracking and infuriating for me to have to throw away things from the refrigerator. I swear, a fairy loses its wings every time that happens, and I absolutely hate it. So one of the main things that this calls for are olives, artichoke hearts, and roasted red bell peppers. And you can do these a plethora of ways, but I think for argument's sake, right now, what I want to do is run down the ingredients list for you so you know exactly what you're contending with. And then as we go through each of these ingredients, I want to be able to show you how to repurpose these, okay? So I hope that sounds good to you. I don't have printer paper, so everything is on my computer, so you'll see me glancing at the laptop. But you can also see all these ingredients right next to me too. You got that shot, Maya? You can see everything behind me, and you can see me? All right, cool. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to start with 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And if you want to use boneless, skinless chicken thighs, you certainly may do that. My husband doesn't like chicken thighs, which I think is ridiculous. Sometimes I use it. He doesn't know any better. Sometimes I don't, because I just don't want to get caught. Today I'm actually using bona fide chicken breasts. But what I did and what you can do, because all these recipes are tweakable to fit your lifestyle and your taste palette, is I actually halved the recipe today. I'm going to eat it for lunch in the next upcoming days. But I'm going to give you the recipe as the full recipe. So for all argument's sakes, we're going to start with 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts or thighs. You're going to use a cup of roasted red peppers. Now, there's a lot of ways you can do the roasted red peppers. If you have a recipe that works great for you as to how you roast or char your red peppers, do it. Do what works for you. I've done it a couple different ways. I'm addicted to these mini peppers. Okay? Thank you for that close-up, Maya. All right. We're done with the close-up, Maya. When you're good, you're good. So you can use the yellow ones. You can use the orange ones. My recipe is just a guideline, and you can tweak it to your liking. But what I like to do with these is I've got a grill component on my stove. Maya, show them. Let's show them real quick. I can put them on my stove to grill, or I can put them under the broiler. Or if you had bigger ones, you can actually put them over an open gas flame if you wanted. Something to think about, okay? But what I've discovered lately, and this is my favorite, again, this is what works for me. These Juanita peppers, the brand is Pipadu, okay? And I know that's kind of funny, but these are sweet and spicy Juanita picante peppers. And they're like the size of a grape tomato. I'll show you. Maya, come on in. They have this really cool thing that keeps it in its own marinade. And they are like the size of a grape tomato. Okay, you see them all right, Maya? Mm-hmm. Okay, they are like the most amazing part of spicy and the most amazing part of sweet. And I swear I can eat them right out of the jar like I just did. So I've been using these in my Mediterranean Crockpot chicken because it adds that spicy sweet flavor that I just think adds another dimension to this dish. You can use whatever floats your boat, okay? So you'll see these in my recipe if you haven't already. But I just wanted to show you that you can use a lot of different things, okay? The next thing that we want to use are a 1/4 cup of each green and Kalamata olives, okay? I can't remember where I got this. I feel like I got these at Sam's Club. This is just a Mediterranean mix of olives. They are all pitted, and they have that mixture of green olives and Kalamata olives. All of them in kind of like a oregano, sea salt, bay leaf brine that is just absolutely delicious. And so I took a half a cup of this, so a 1/4 for each. All right, thank you, Maya. The next thing I want to do, put in here is 14 ounces of artichoke hearts. Bless you, Maya. That's great. My camera girl is about to throw up. And now she's laughing. So are you okay?
It's the spice.
Oh, it's the spice? I think spice is nice, but apparently Maya disagrees. And now my camera girl's dry heaving. So, see, when you tune into the show, you get comic relief as well. Okay, so I do want to show you the artichoke hearts that I have, and I forgot to take them out of the refrigerator. So I don't know where they are either. So oh, here they are. So artichoke hearts, you can buy them canned, you can buy them jarred. If you wanted to use them fresh, you could do that too. This comes from Sam's Club, and it's the most cost-effective way of buying them that I have found. Okay, so at any rate, those are our ingredients. We will keep plugging along. Come on over here, sister. Thank you. After you add the artichokes, the olives, the roasted red peppers, and the chicken breast, you need to make a little liquid solution. And that's going to be a combination of 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of minced garlic, although I tend to be a little bit heavier on the garlic, and then salt and pepper to taste. Maybe half a teaspoon of each would be good. Again, it's to your liking. We're going to serve this over a bed of fresh spinach, and I do have spinach in its freshest form. Whoops, and I just dropped it on the floor. I can't believe the dog has not come running yet, but I don't really know any dog that wants spinach. So at any rate, you are going to place the chicken in the crock pot first. And one of the best tricks and tips that I can give you is, if you haven't already invested in these slow cooker liners, they are basically a one-size-fits-all. I have a couple different crock pots. I'm using the medium one right now. And Maya, if you kind of show them, you've got the crock pot liner is kind of like what you would use in the oven for your Thanksgiving turkey. And it makes cleanup so much easier because I can just lift this right out. And they're not that expensive either. This box only cost me maybe $2, and there's 4 liners in here. So it's a really good best practice, and it makes it so that you don't have to scrub and scrub and scrub your crock pot when you're trying to clean it and get it put away. So just some food for thought, literally and figuratively. All right, so you're gonna place the chicken in the crock pot first, then you're gonna add the rest of the ingredients on top of the chicken and stir it all to combine and get all those flavors blending in real nicely. You wanna cook it on low for 4 to 6 hours or high 2 to 3 hours. And I could probably turn this on low now until the chicken is done. Now you can serve the chicken any way you want. It will be very shreddable, which is amazing, or you could cut it or serve it as a whole piece, whichever you prefer. You want to make sure that you lay it on a bed of spinach, which I already have ready, and we will plate it here shortly. Then you want to make sure that you get all the yummy stuff. Come on back over here, sister. Thank you. Hello again. So, and then you want to sprinkle feta cheese on top. And I got this piece of feta cheese is just under 2 ounces. And I wanted to talk for a minute about feta because, as my friend Missy says, thank you, Missy, everything is better with feta. All right, but I'm bumped. So here's my feta cheese. Now, I've got a huge feta cheese conviction, and I know that my motto is to live large and cook small. Okay, Maya's zooming in. That's awesome. But the feta cheese, here's my stance on it. Getting it at the grocery store in a little tub or whatnot can be very expensive. And a lot of times, if I don't eat feta cheese every single solitary day until it's gone, I run the risk of it going bad. So I changed my ways. I had a friend of mine teach me this way. She actually gave me a big jar of feta cheese similar to this, a couple years back. It is, you can see all this feta cheese in here. It's cut in square sheets. And I can try to take some out. Well, here's a small little sheet. But this is in a brine solution, a saltwater solution, if you will. I buy the feta cheese at Gordon's Food, so whatever warehouse, wholesale place that you have, it comes in a long, square, rectangular brick. And I chop them in square sheets, and I put them in my jar in a saltwater solution that I make up. Just add salt to your water and make sure that the water is to the top and that all the feta cheese is covered. And you can leave this in your refrigerator indefinitely. I've never wasted this way. Nothing has ever gone bad. And that way you can have feta cheese whenever you want and you don't have to worry about playing beat the clock when you want to have it. Make sense? So again, just my best practice. If you like this idea, I believe it's at 8 o'clock tonight. You will get this posted on our Facebook page. Pardon me, frog in my throat. And I will show you how to do this there. So you don't have to worry about writing anything down right now. So that's really what I wanted to show you. The other thing I wanted to talk about was how you can utilize the leftovers, because you know, olives will go bad too. And one of the things, like I've got a lot of olives left. Now I like to eat these on my salad. I like to put them on my burgers. We're having burgers tonight. Are you focusing on me? Mm-hmm. Okay, hi, here I am. But you can even make a tapenade with this. Tapenade is an amazing, like a dip or paste that includes olives, capers, and anchovies. And I had a hard time getting past this whole anchovy thing. Anchovies deliver this umami type flavor where it's nice and salty and briny, but I just hate the idea of having to touch and handle anchovies. And one way to avoid that is to buy anchovy paste. And I got this at my local grocery store. It was a couple dollars. In this tube, anchovy paste is going to keep perpetually. So again, you don't have to worry about much waste. And tapenade tastes really good. Well, of course it tastes good with bread, but you can, what I like to do with it is cut my bell peppers into chunks and actually use it as a spread on my peppers. And if you're having like a salt fix or you're having a craving for it, tapenade is an amazing way, and you'll have that recipe later today. Okay, so again, a lot of these things, a lot of these ingredients that we have, you can repurpose them. One of the things that I like to do the day after for my Mediterranean crockpot chicken is serve it not just over a bed of spinach only because of that whole Mediterranean factor, but if you have, or if you like baby arugula, oh, it's so good on there as well. So let's go ahead and start plating this bad boy up. Maya, this is where I'm gonna ask you to be like bird's eye and focus on this. All right, there you go. Yeah, I know Liz loves anchovies for sure. Yeah, great hack. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. So now we've got all of our good stuff. You can see my Juanita picante peppers. You can see my olives. Maya's probably gonna throw up here any minute, so we will make it fast. So I am gonna probably just cut a portion of this because I can only eat a couple ounces of chicken at one time. So I've got this going over to the plate. Maya, focus on the plate. Okay, you come over to the plate and I'll come around this side. And then you wanna make sure that you spoon a lot of those yummies on here as well. And if you wanted, if you're like a die-hard pepper girl like me, you could even take some out of the jar and put them on there. But I've got my artichokes, and it's very flavorful. I can actually smell this. I am so excited that I can smell it. You have no idea. I lost my sense of taste and smell, and it appears to be coming on back. Now, can I taste it? We'll see. All right. So here is my plate of chicken. Doesn't that look great? I think it's amazing. And you can see we're zooming right in on it. It turned out great. Now we need to get our feta. Maya, I'll have you zoom in on this as well. I like to cube my feta. Some like to do other things with it, shred it. I mean, it's pretty shreddable anyways, but I just like it to be in small pieces. So every forkful results in Mediterranean yumminess. This stuff is amazing, and I can't wait for you to try it. I hope that when you guys try this, you post pictures and show us, because I love to see things in action. I also like to see how you tweak things to cater to your own liking, because really that's all I do too. Sometimes if I see a recipe online, I just try to think of ways that I can cater it to me and to my lifestyle. And that's one of the ways Bariatrics and Tips came about. So here we go. This is the part, Maya, this is the part that always scares me, because when I take that first bite, I run the risk of humiliating myself. Hopefully nothing will pop out of my mouth, squirt out my nose, or anything like that. But here we go. I'm going in for a bite of Mediterranean Crockpot chicken. That is amazing. So amazing that the dog came. Say hi, Lego. There we go. Hi, Lego. You want some? Speak. So as you can see, everyone in my household will try the Mediterranean chicken, except for Miss Maya, who apparently doesn't like the spice, or the chicken, or the spinach, or the feta, or the peppers, or the olives. You know what that means? More for me, this girl. All right, so that was our demonstration today. I respect the fact that it really wasn't much of a cooking demonstration because the Crockpot did all the cooking, but this is just a really great meal. This is something that you can cater the quantity if you wanted to bring it for work or for a dinner party. It's just a great savory meal, and I hope that you like it as much as I do. I want you to also remember that Bariatrics and Tips is on all social media. So that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Snapchat. And I did all 6 of them without looking at anything, so I'm totally proud of myself. I also want to run down our schedule of events for those of you that don't know. What?
Someone's asking them, does it freeze?
Oh, it freezes great. Although the chicken, it would freeze wonderfully and it'll reheat in the microwave wonderfully. But I have not had the opportunity to freeze it yet because I've had it, well, I made it the other day just as another dry run because I hadn't made it in a while. And I just finished the last portion yesterday. So if it makes it to the freezer, that's great. If it doesn't, don't even worry because it's that good. Thank you, Maya, for letting me know that. So, okay, today was Crockpot Cray Cray Chicken. Next week, we're gonna continue our Crockpot endeavor with a beef recipe, one of my favorites, and I can't wait to show it to you. I'll tease you a little next week, or this coming week. February 6th, we are gonna do a Super Bowl Sunday splurge because Super Bowl is the week after. And I wanna make sure that you have a meal that you can provide. I wanna make sure that you have an appetizer. Remember, we aren't gonna feel deprived when the whole rest of the world is shoving their faces. We will be able to utilize good judgment and eat well, just like the rest of the world. We might even eat better than the rest of the world on Super Bowl Sunday, guaranteed. All right, February 13th, we're gonna switch gears from meat and stuff to plant-based protein. It's a really great idea to try and do some sort of plant-based meal 1 to 2 times a week. It helps your body, it helps the environment, it's full of fiber, and you'll get a really good bang for your buck that way. So that's February 13th. February 20th, we're gonna do a spicy vegetarian sausage and bean soup. So I did say the word vegetarian and I did say the word sausage. So you guessed it, that sausage is plant-based, okay? That's February 20th. February 27th, we're finally gonna debut these double chocolate almond walnut protein brownies. They're nice and a little wedge goes a long way. You're gonna love it. March 6th, we are going to do egg roll in a bowl. You are gonna have a comforting egg roll recipe without that fried shell. It is gonna send your taste buds soaring to the moon and back. And then finally, March 13th, we are going to make a few things that revolve around protein jello. And I can't wait to show that to you because it is a great way to maximize protein and minimize calories. So we've got a great lineup for the first 3 months of 2022, and as long as you stay tuned on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern time, you are going to have a front row seat to this, okay? Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed Crockpot chicken Mediterranean chicken. We've got the artichokes, the feta cheese, the peppers, the olives, the spinach, feta, yumminess, chicken. And now I am going to say goodbye and stuff my face silly, but not too much because then I'll get sick. If you have any questions about any of the products or ingredients that you've seen today, let us know on our Facebook page, Bariatrics and Tips. If you make the recipe, please post your picture. And as always, if you have questions that pertain to your particular journey, your best advocates are your own surgical team and your dietitian, okay? It's been a great time. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.